And off. Nice sound start there from Thoal Noor, ridden through along the inside to maintain a handy roll. Also racing prominently is Ain Darwi as they settle themselves down, and working across from a little bit wider out, Shibble Omar is not too far away. So they make the journey on through the opening furlong, and also well to the fore in the early stages is Bifaz Al Rahman in the yellow-coloured jacket has now come through to take it up. With positioned well, Zaweha, the green cap, and then Janay, who's a little wider out on the track, and deeper still as they make this left-handed turn, Alanze Albertine, and they're racing just ahead of Estaz, who's done quite well to get to where he is from stall 20 as they're now making the run left-handed back on into the home straight. And as they do so, it is Bifaz Al Rahman over towards the inside. A reminder in second place for Zaweha, who's now off in pursuit. Then along the inside, Precious is trying to keep with them and does so. Moves into second place now as running very wide off the turn. Alanze Albertine was unsteerable there, and down the home straight they race. Precious has taken over. Zaweha, though, going with Precious as these two begin to pair off, racing well inside the final furlong. Shibble Lady staying on against the far running rails to go third. The leader, Precious, just hanging out towards the centre of the track. Forced to switch in second position is Zaweha, and finishing off well Thoal Noor as they go close home. It's Precious from the fast finishing Thoal Noor. Precious is the winner. And eventually they break away, off and running with Shakra Misk out fairly well. Also, Ayn Mohammed is well to the fore in the early stages, and crossing over Falkry to show up ahead through the opening furlong. So Falkry it is, who's taken a two-length lead. Marada down along the inside in the stripes is not too far away. Salia is also prominent as they run towards the end of the back straight. Ayn Mohammed is with these, and then out a little bit wider is Ganti, and deeper still from much wider out Shathab as they make this left-handed turn, and going with Shathab as they make this run around the wide outside, and on towards the entrance to the straight is Al Hoja, who's not too far off the speed either. So racing on in, and from here they've got about 600 metres left to go. Falkry it is, showing out in front over Al Hoja up towards the outside, who's looking to come a little bit closer and is certainly doing so now. Is up into second place ahead of Salia racing in third. Ayn Mohammed up around the outside of Marada as they now race down the home straight. Picking up in behind those is Rahambat from a long way back. They're racing into the closing stages. Al Hoja has gone on here with the fast finishing Moscow from a long way back. The horse down the centre of the track making great strides, but has still got a three-length gap to bridge, but is gradually getting there here. And now the leader's showing small signs of anxiety. Al Hoja being grabbed by Moscow. Moscow with a massive run gets up to win. And they're off and running. And jumping out well, Alamawi, the blue sleeves, with the rider keen to get across to the inside running rails. Closely stalked by Rebellious Stage, who was out well also, and that one races in second, with Akfeek over towards the inside, just about in third, and then a little wider out in fourth. Now Bakil just edging into third place as they run towards the end of the back straight. A Pennyworth Taverner is following these in company with Groom, who's a little wider out in red and white colours. Rosgar is deeper still as they swing left-handed on towards home. Fraction is well back along with Leopardo, and also Defender as they're making the run back towards the straight. Clodovere around the outside. Fariba is right towards the back end of the field as they continue this sweeping run back on in with a roundabout from here. Got about 400, 500 metres maybe left to travel, not much further than that. And Alamawi is out in front and trying to stretch. Now, Rebellious Stage, Camilo Ospina getting after him in second. They're being followed by Akfik, who's sticking to the task. Groom is racing next towards the outside of Bakil. They race into the closing stages, and Rebellious Stage is now beginning to get the upper hand from in second place along the inside. Alamawi racing into the closing stages. Akfik is back in third, but Rebellious Stage pulling away in the closing stages, really striding to the line with purpose. Got a long stride on him, hasn't he? Rebellious Stage, in the end, is an easy winner. They're off and racing, jumping away and breaking out well. Heba is going to be one of the first ones to show to an advantage, with prominent as well Umbab around the outside in a blue and yellow coloured jacket as they now link up with the course proper. And as they do so, Umbab has now come through to take a very narrow lead, with Reef Gooder also in a yellow noseband not too far away, and fellow grey Heba prominent as well, with Samara Aloda over towards the inside in red headgear, and Kula Lane, the black and green colours, out a bit wider now coming forward, and is in company as they run towards the end of the back straight with Easter du Soleil, with parked wider out on the course at this point. Jadda Carrere, that one's going to be posted quite deep around the turn. Over towards the inside as they make this left-handed run out of the back straight and on towards home is Jahabat, who's well back in the field, and Nebras Alamal as well. But heading back towards home, and up front towards the inside, Reef Gooder has got a very slender lead here, with up towards the outside Easter du Soleil now looking to put a little bit of pressure on for the front runner's spot. They're a length and a half away from, on the outside, Hadjar, who's improving fairly stylishly here in that grey and white coloured jacket and is coming forward quickly, as very quickly Reef Gooder drops away. And it's all changing now as they start down the straight. Hadjar around the outside of Heba, who's responding well to pressure, and over along their inside is Hadjar. These three are clear as they make the run down the home straight. Almash Al-Bahar is staying on strongly from a long way back, but it's Hadjar who's got the advantage here in the hands of Nawaf Al-Firuz, is pulled on by 2 lengths. Almash Al-Bahar is still finishing off strongly, will press for those places, but I don't think is going to reach this leader. And coming to the line, this is a win for Hadjar. One or no races. Will we have any double their tally, or will someone get off the mark? Let's find out. They're off and running. Fazat has broken out quite well in that light blue coloured jacket. Hakwat is not too far away either, and Jodia in the yellow down along the inside. It looks to be a steady enough early pace, with out a bit wider Nakra Al Said now crossing over to show up handily as well as they race onto the course proper and through the opening couple of furlongs. And as they do so, Entamar now moving throughout wide to take over narrowly ahead of Nakra Al Said, and close up as well as they race towards the second half of the back straight is Mario Mar in a light blue coloured jacket, and Fazat as well. They're not too far off the speed, with Joe Deere down along the inside. Much wider out on the track at the moment is Nassim Al Riyadh. That one now racing just ahead of Alatamea as they make the left-handed turn out of the back straight and on towards home. Mosafir is well back at the moment, and likewise with plenty to do, Zircon. But as they head for home and coming through on the outside, Jada Al Kir with prominent as well as they make the journey on in and on towards the final 2 furlongs but now ridden along Entomar, who's now come off the bridle. And as they swing back towards the straight, Jade Al Khair going strongly, boots away by 3 lengths. Off in pursuit, Hakwat has gone second as they swing on in, with Sana Noura now up into a place position, runs into third, just ahead of Jodia as they make the run down to the final 200 metres. Jade Al Khair showing out in front by 3 lengths, is maintaining the advantage as well over Hakwat in second, who's not making any impression. Jade Al Khair, it's going to be a double on the card for Alexis Marino, as Jade Al Khair, who took it up a fair way out, holds on well all the way down the lane, wins by 2.5 lengths from Hakwat, who's across the line in second. They're off and running, jumping away. Pretty good start from Deauville, although now just reined back a little bit, with prominent as well Iqteal up around the outside, the black sleeves and cap coming through to just about shade it. Tahadi is prominent as they settle themselves down, and also well to the fore in these early stages is Lamine. That one is over towards the inside. From out wider on the track, Darnat Chrome in a yellow and green coloured jacket together with Atarat Aweri also well there as they cover early ground. Azhalni is up around the outside, and also Yajamalek, and it might well be now that the white-faced Yajamalek has taken over overall. Look right at the back of the field, that's Urju Wanaya, miles away from the main body of the field at the moment. Will really have to fly from there, and it's not as if they're going all that fast. So heading towards the end of the back straight, and it is Yajamalek who shows just ahead, with now Shark Darfour up towards the outside, making ground to press for the lead. And on the home turn, they're racing in advance of, in third place, as they continue this left-handed run back for the straight, Azhalni. And in behind Azhalni and being ridden along is Tahadi. And then next in running is Gaydar up around the wide outside, the grey horse. But as they swing back towards the home straight, it is Shark Darfour going well here. Sultan Al Mamoni now presses on. Maybe not with a great deal of racing room in second place there. Yajamalek is trying hard to fight back. That gap has certainly opened now. Beginning to rush forward is Kaltar down the centre of the track. And in behind that one, look at this Urju Wanaya getting going as well. Spot the red jacket, green cap. This would be remarkable. Urju Wanaya is absolutely charging down the outside. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Urju Wanaya was tailed off after 2 furlongs, but in the end is going to win by a wide margin. Look at that. Urju Wanaya, Tariq Al Mansour, take a bow. And they're off and running. Jumping away, a little bit slow in getting going was Thibal Gara, but breaking out quite swiftly. Delum is one of the first ones to show a white cap along the inside, with out a bit wider, Alappetite, the grey horse, now moving through to take an overall lead, with Mosort also prominent in yellow down along the inside, and from deeper out, Yum Safa is now bang there and races in company with Kuthni Mack, who's another well on the premises through the first furlong. Last week's winner, All In, is not too far away as they now link up with the track proper, with Dahi up around the outside in the striped sleeves and cap. Also very wide out on the course is Rawajay, and that one is in advance of Thibal Gara, who now has made up a few places and is keeping company with Faray. They're being followed also wide at this point by 965, and then well down the field is Yum Safa, and also well down is Interjean, that one in the yellow jacket, light blue sleeves. Another towards the rear is Sati, who's in orange along the inside. Wanham is race towards the rear end of the field as well. Looks like Yam Safa's being pulled up. He's down and out of the race. 56 kilometres an hour or thereabouts on the home turn, and All In, looking to repeat last week's win, now shows narrowly ahead. From along the inside, Koothny Mac, who travels well, without wider on the track, and bang there as they make the run on in, Zelio, and also Dahi on the wide outside, who's travelling up strongly as they now race into the home straight. So Dahi circumnavigating, Zelio in the centre, and All In to the inside. These three have now broken clear, with running on into fourth Thibal Gara. A pretty tame finish from Koothny Mac, who's dropping back through the field, and it's Dahi who's gone for home here under Abdullah Al Fayrouz and quickens away by a length and a half to a battling Zelio in second. All In drops to third, might well be pressed for that spot by the running on Thibal Gara, but going close to the finish. This is Dahi's race. Dahi coming clear in the final 50 metres. Dahi scores by about 5 lengths. And running over 2,000 metres then, and one of the first ones to show. Lalezi is not too far off the pace, working from wider out. Al Yol coming through to show up prominently in the yellow colours as they race through the first furlong and a half or so, and as they do so, also running handily up towards the outside is Janobi Al-Khaladir, who's not too far off the pace in blue headgear. Also racing well towards the fore is Gasham Shamal Jazra, who's over towards the inside. That one keeping company in these early stages with Sultan Al Mori, who's going to back the rails. That one being tracked through by Sadir Al Khaladir, with out a bit wider on the track Kafu Afbar in black and blue colours, not too far off the speed as they race towards the completion of their first half a mile or so. A little bit wider out on the track is Janobi Al-Khaladir. That's the grey horse away to the left of picture, being followed through by Srab Al-Wadi, and wider still then to Shamit Gouda as they race towards the end of the back straight. Emberator is next, and that one being tracked wide by Daguilo Toir as they now make the left-handed turn out of the far straight. Furdors in orange sleeves over towards the inside, trying to make up some ground. But showing up ahead here, Sultan Al Mori, about to be joined for the lead though by Gasham Shamal Jazra, who moves well, and Kafu Afbar likewise in the black colours. They're being followed back towards the straight by the grey Sadir Al Khaladir, with out a bit wider on the track Janobi Al Khaladir now being ridden along as rather sweetly Kafu Afbar takes over and is going to take a fair bit of pegging back from here on in. Kafu Afbar now the best part of 4, 5, maybe even 6 lengths clear as they race on in, with picking up from a long way back Nayar Afbar to now run into second place and is giving pursuit to this leader. Kafu Afbar then now shown the persuader with around about 200 metres left to go. Nayar Afbar is closing the gap in second place. Kafu Afbar is not home yet. Nayar Afbar charging home towards the outside, joins Kafu Afbar and picks up Kafu Afbar inside the final 75 metres or so. There we are then, Nayar Afbar. And ready to go. And they're off and running. Slightly heading right on leaving the stalls was Matching Socks. Go Fast Trow Land is with that one in the early stages, and through along their inside Princeville as they link up with the course proper shows bright early speed, and out wider on the track from stall 16 Monchois has now come through, and Monchois heads them all off. So it is Monchois who leads from up around the outside. Go Fast Triolander's not too far away. Third Kingdom as well, also in red and white colours. And out deeper in the green sleeves and cap is Uncle, keeping company with the good-looking Keirama. Back in behind Keirama, Tro Pret is working wider out on the track, being followed by Emirates Currency as they swing already left-handed out of the back straight and on towards home. And as they do so, it is Mon Choix over towards the inside, showing just in front. Uncle up around the outside looks a threat as they're heading back on in, and between the pair is Go Fast Triolanders keeping up at the moment. Keirama pushed along trying to get involved. Third Kingdom is flat out in behind those, and as they race on back towards the entrance to the straight, Tro Pret is trying to make some ground blade. A new leader as Uncle strikes the front. Keirama trying to finish down the outside as they now race into the closing stages. It's these two. Keirama in the black colours is pressing Uncle for the lead. Third Kingdom beginning to get him rolling late back in behind them, but it's a battle to the line between Uncle, the green sleeves and cap, and nearest to us Keirama as they race up towards the finish. Flashing home his new pursuit from a very long way back. It's going to be a tight finish, this one. Keirama in the centre. Keirama! And they're off and running. Jumping away with Toledo making a good start is one of the first ones to show, with out a bit wider Sunset and Vine also bang there and taking over now, with through along the inside Latte Hearty, and a bit wider out of that one is Los Andes, although that one towards the rear. More close to the pace in the yellow is Line of Departure, and out a bit wider Electability in the green cap, and the white cap wider still of Grosser Jack. Being tracked through by Honky Tonk Man and Anna Al Maqsood, who's wider on the course. Well down the field making movies, although not a million miles off the speed. Ford Maddox Brown in black and blue colours, Los Andes towards the rear, and likewise Latte Hearty. They're tightly grouped though as they swing left-handed at a good gallop out of the back straight, with Sunset and Vine over towards the inside, showing narrowly in front of a strongly travelling Electability in second place. Honky Tonk Man, the red colours wider out, is running in third as they're beginning the run back on into the home straight. Toledo is in fourth place now and being ridden along, with back in behind those Man of the Night, and then towards the outside making movies trying to come forward. It won't be James Doyle's his night. He's tailed off now with Grosser Jack heading down the home straight. Electability has moved on under Camilo Ospina by 2 lengths. Giving chase in second position is Honky Tonk Man, and then finishing off well Man of the Night runs through into second place, has got around about 3 lengths to find on Electability. Electability in front, just hanging fire a little in the closing stages, giving a squeak to Man of the Night. Man of the Night is getting there down the stand side, and it's Man of the Night. Man of the Night comes out of the night to win the European Union Cup.